I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel.
So, I don't hide my disdain from people that try to use a part of their identity as a personality trait. Be it from people who try to use their identity as a shield to say some of the racist shit that you hear other people say, or to get away with saying, you know, racist shit that you may seem to agree with. And I'm sorry, it's just like with a lot of this shit, it's it kind of pisses me off when you see these people that use just their blackness to attack other people, because you know how they feel about themselves is really only skin deep. From the person that said he was upset that his wife was part white.
I guess I didn't touch this from the last video of biracial discourse. Oh man, some of the comments, some of the responses. Woo, it's still the spice is not worn off. From that space. I just don't know what to do with y'all motherfuckers. So somebody said I was annoyed. So I did say I was annoyed with my wife's white ancestry. So I don't know my ancestry. I kind of refuse to do them shits. But
here we have FD motherfucking signifier talking about cultural appropriation.
All right, y'all. I'm coming off vacation, also probably COVID. I'm in dire need of a shave and a retwist, but y'all are going to be nice because it's Black History Month, and we're trying.
Motherfucker, you don't get motherfucker. Oh, you're gonna be nice because it's Black History Month. That's the shit that I'm talking about. That's the shit that I'm talking about. You fucking special ass motherfucking snowflake. Oh my God, I don't feel good because I'm dealing with some drama that I started. He put the shit in the video and asked for sympathy. Fuck you, dude. Yo, I'm empathetic to you having motherfucking COVID. I'm empathetic to being motherfucking sick. I'm empathetic to the shit. Well, don't use it as a motherfucking shield.
Trying to avoid collecting too many more L's than we have already in 6 days so far. 6 days. They're not playing with us this month. This one may not go down in the books as a good one. I kind of love that Black History Month now has this dual existence.
Who's collecting L's? Only somebody like you would think, are we collecting L's because somebody did this, somebody did that. Let's go.
As like a month of like memes for Black Twitter, while also still having legit celebrations of Black history. And I still see a lot of people educating on, you know, lesser known figures in Black history in my feeds. Feel free to show some of my Blackity Black videos to a high school class near you. Go.
Did he just say some of his Blackity Black videos? Oh, motherfucker. How do you tell when somebody is watching your videos when they're using your terminology? Oh, fuck. His Blackity Black videos. Okay, let's go.
Go ahead and get them right early so they don't think that modern Black political thought starts and stops with Dr. Umar. When your daughter or niece has to do the Ain't I a Woman speech by Sojourner Truth, make sure they do the real speech that Sojourner Truth actually did, not that remix version some Karen made for her 10 years later because she wanted Sojourner Truth to sound more like a slave, which is something you may have got if you watched my Swirl Economics video, which is...
And this shit right here, to do an actual video called Swirl Economics and the truth about interracial dating. Damn it, dog. You are really pushing this shit. You are really pushing this shit. You just sound like the tone of it and the shit that you actually said about how you were upset that your wife was part motherfucking white. You sound like, oh, fuck them race mixing. Why they trying to take our culture? Eminem wasn't as good as cannabis. I can't even say it. Cannabis was better than.
After the Marshall Mathers LP, he was being recognized genuinely as the top rapper in the game, and due to his whiteness, he influenced a generation of cringe, mostly white, lyrical miracle rappers for decades to come, even though if you would have talked to Eminem at that time, I guarantee you he'd have said a person that he was impressed by was Cannabis.
I'm sorry, let's go.
Is the perfect video for a Black History function where you might have to bring your non-Black significant other. And you can watch it uncut and commercial free on my streaming service, Nebula. Let's pay some bills.
If you're new here, let me introduce myself. I am FD Signifier, and I'm mostly a video essayist, which means that on my main channel, also called FD Signifier, you can find longer, more in-depth, and more produced videos on a variety of topics. But on this channel, Signified B-Sides, I provide lighter, more off-the-cuff, and pop culture-focused stuff.
So you can tell that he don't know how to do shit when he say some of the dumbest shit when he's not scripted. But let's go.
And just in case you still want more, I've also recently started a podcast, a Signified podcast to be precise. Yes, I am full force into the content creation world for 2024 and hopefully reaching new heights. And this is only possible in part because of the support of Nebula. Now, I could go on and just talk about how Nebula found me when I was a much smaller channel and provided support to help me grow into what I am today, but that's
all right. Can we skip the commercial?
cool. To get videos to you, our audience, in an efficient else, such as videos from people like get a lifetime subscription.
Yeah, let's
Speaking
do
of
that.
white women ruining something Black and beautiful, let's talk.
All right, let's
Speaking of
go.
white women ruining something Black and beautiful, let's talk about this moment and its aftermath. Yes, that is one Taylor Swift swag surfing at the Kansas City Chiefs game a few weeks back, which of course received its.
Yeah, no, most of his shit is actually for white people. Like, no lie. Most of his shit is for guilt-ridden motherfucking white people and motherfuckers that grew up in the suburbs, Black and white, that think that they blackness depend on what they can claim is blackity black. I can give two single fucks about Taylor Swift swag surfing. She want to do the shit, motherfucking lean with it, rock with it. I don't give a fuck. I know she didn't come up with this shit. It is a mark when motherfuckers want to emulate you. But you mad, my culture. The fuck? No. Oh, no.
The Kansas City Chiefs game a few weeks back, which of course received its fair share of jokes for how cringe it was. And this isn't just hatred of Taylor Swift for the sake of it. Please understand, I think the annoyance towards Taylor Swift is really overblown. Yes, she's a MacGuffin that they keep showing on TV every 5 minutes whenever Travis Kelce makes a catch. And
why is he blocking this shit out? Unless it has to do with motherfucking copyright. Why is he blocking the shit out?
it's cringe, but like half of football is cringe. It's not a big deal. And most of the people really mad about it are trucker hat and sunglasses and the car types. So, you know, consider what side of history you're going to be on if you're going to agree with them. Just saying. But this doesn't excuse the fact that it looked kind of awkward and it has that energy. Like, you know what I'm talking about? It's that same energy like when a white principal is dancing with her black students at a function. It's like, look, I'm hip. And she's doing the dance poorly. It probably looks like this. I'm just going to do this.
Oh my God. See, and this is the shit that I'm talking about. Remember, we did a video where he says, why would I try to tell you about my life story? So you can try to learn about it and then understand my point of view.
A conversation about the black experience between a black person and a non-black person. There's no such thing as that. Because
it's no such thing. And what he's about to give us a because. I cut him off before he get like let's hear why his because
what that is a lecture. What that is me telling you about the black experience and you maybe asking questions, listening, finding similarities, finding common ground.
He doesn't want understanding between people. It is a reason why he done sectioned off a part of fucking YouTube to call Cornbread Tube instead of trying to advocate for motherfucking more leftist ideals, instead of trying to advocate to motherfucking bring forth a motherfucking rainbow coalition. Truly, this motherfucker advocates for, we're going to keep black cultures ourselves. I keep bringing up whenever I talk about this motherfucker, he has an issue. He would motherfucking go back to the Black Panthers, but he will never bring up Fred Hampton. And this motherfucker's from Chicago. This motherfucker's from Chicago, but never bring up Fred Hampton. But let's go.
This for a little while. Look at this. Isn't this awful? Now imagine if I was white. Yeah. But even if it was done well, it would still be one of those damn we can't have nothing moments, which to be honest, we should have seen come.
You live in America. It's fucking American culture. Motherfucker, do you not eat corn? Do you not eat maize? If you don't eat maize, motherfucker, you culture appropriation. Cause that shit what you lived in Africa, motherfucker. Do you eat motherfucking tomatoes? Stop with this bullshit that you can take culture from everybody else. But when your culture is taken, instead of being honored and actually motherfucking reach out and try to teach people how to appreciate the shit. Oh, cultural appropriation. Fuck. This pisses me off because these are the motherfuckers that want to claim everybody else is motherfucking racist. But say some racist shit like can't go fucking 10 minutes on a conversation with Shark without saying Ritz. Fucking exactly. And then have the nerve to call somebody out who actually does political outreach a fucking coon. But let's go.
Coming from a mile away, but this isn't as simple as cultural appropriation. In fact, I don't think that fits here. And overall, that phrase or term, cultural appropriation, I find to be overused and kind of inadequate because it kind of flattens so much into one category as to render it useless. Like there's a difference between white people taking something black or some other ethnicity and making it a white thing while also denigrating and stigmatizing those people for that same thing, which is what appropriation is. See, for example, the ways that white women often take black women's beauty aesthetics, hair, facial features, and how those things simultaneously are celebrated when they belong to white women and marginalized when they belong to black women. Ironically, right after this swag surfing moment, we had a perfect example of cultural appropriation when Taylor Swift's paramour Travis Kelce was proclaimed by the New York Times to have somehow invented the fade. This haircut that Travis Kelce has been rocking for the last 5 or 6 years has been dubbed by New York Times as the Travis Kelce, which is
it must be tiring. It must be tiring to point out the shit. Oh no, this. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This shit must be tiring to always be thinking about how you fucking wronged. I'm black as shit. I deal in the industry and they were motherfucker. I even deal with a company that has had some motherfucking racial shit that they've had to pay for. But you know what I don't fucking do? Talking about how blackity black I am. And it's not to say that, I don't, experience shit as a black person. I live in the motherfucking hood. I grew up in the hood. Not to say I don't just say, oh, well, I'm going to just experience racism. Bullshit, I do. Racism, classism, motherfuckers down to my intelligence. I have somebody in my job right now that think because they grew up in the suburbs and they said, wow, you live in the city. I can go outside and I can leave my house with unlocking my door. I deal with this shit. But motherfuckers like him, they will have a fucking bitch fit if they had to deal with half of the shit I had to deal with. But let's continue.
like perfect cultural appropriation. The fade is very much a black haircut and has been since the 80s. More explicitly, it has been a signifier of black cultural aesthetics since then, which thus means it's prone to being profiled and embodied with negative connotations of blackness and male.
You telling me a haircut oh God. Fuck. This motherfucker. No, that haircut is not ours now, since it's because of the 80s.
And yes, there are similarities between the fade and the classic military high and tight, but it's not the same. And please believe that Travis Kelce has not been
What's not the same about it? Because you said so, huh?
rocking this haircut as a tribute to his love of the military. He's been rocking this haircut as a tribute for his love of Black women, which was the case until Taylor Swift. But him just rocking that haircut, to me.
Wait, what? He's rocking it because his love of Black women? I'm gonna need a source.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Is not specifically a bad thing in and of itself. There's a difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation, general cultural exchange, like the plethora of white guys that rock that haircut to show Black women that they date Black women. It's the same thing that Black men do with their haircuts. I've been talking about this for a while now. I hope you all get the joke. It is a thing. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That show is actually good.
Yeah, he made a joke that Black guys who don't have a line and don't date Black women. Yeah, that wasn't a joke. That was your racism. That's Schrodinger's asshole. That's what that shit is.
I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, but cultural appreciation and exchange is kind of a great thing about this country. It's one of the few things, at least, I have enjoyed on numerous occasions, whether it's been really enjoying anime or really getting into Indian food or the dope ass haka dance. If I could I would trade like some magical Negro nonsense if I could just do one haka dance and not be side-eyed. I know I'm not the only one. That shit is dope. And I don't think there's anything wrong with a lot of this because.
So it's okay when you do it. But when white people do it, fuck them. Fuck them. It's okay when you do it. Yeah, it's okay when you do it. Fuck this dude.
In these situations, at the end of the day, it doesn't get lost who the originator of that particular thing is and was. There's no point in time where a bunch of Negroes can get together and do a haka dance and it never not be known that we took that from Polynesian and Samoan people, right? But it becomes appropriation when people with systemic authority can proclaim a thing no longer to belong to the population that invented it.
So he literally just did it. It's okay when Black people do it. It's okay when other people do it. But when white people do it, fuck them. He literally just did it. Oh my God. Fuck. Oh my God. My brain.
AKA the New York Times proclaiming the fade haircut to be the Travis Kelce. Because this does nothing to engage the fact that Black men have always had that hairstyle and have always suffered the consequences of having that hairstyle. And that's why, although Taylor Swift swag surfing is going to make that much less appealing to do at, your local cookout function, it's still not a huge thing to me. And we probably should have known that pretty early on as swag surfing became popular. Swag surfing comes from the song Swag Surfing? Yeah, Swag Surfing. From Fly or FLY or Fast Life Youngsters, and it was a huge hit in the late 2000s, coming out of Atlanta during hip hop's ringtone era, which is like post the explosion of Soulja Boy, where tons of relatively talented, sometimes not all that talented rap acts out of Atlanta and elsewhere were just looking for that one really catchy song that you could dance to. It's basically the pre-modern version of a TikTok trending sound. The ringtone era was interesting. Again, say it with me. That's a subject for another video. What made swag surfing special was that although other trendy songs at the time had their own dance, this dance was very communal. It wasn't just 2 or 3 people in really long t-shirts doing the dance. It was entire crowds, maybe even stadiums, small stadiums, but stadiums. And
So I'm sorry. What if people got that shit from the wave? What happened to lean with it, rock with it, lean with it? Like, dude, he gives such an incomplete picture of fucking history. It is fucking unbelievable. And then he constructs his incomplete part of narrative to say, like, oh, look, this is really how it happened here. Like, this shit, like, are we gonna look? Are we gonna say that motherfucking Black people appropriated the electric slide from line dancing? The fuck?
Since it was a song out of Atlanta, you can best bet those small stadiums house AUC football and basketball games. The AUC, or Atlanta University Center, is to me and arguably one of the most important centers for Black pop culture in existence today. It is a group of 4 prominent historically Black colleges: Morris Brown, which has fell on hard times, but is still hanging on, legendary Morehouse and Spelman, and to me, the most important one to Black pop culture, my alma mater, Clark Atlanta University.
Again, see how self-centered this shit is? The most important place for Black culture: New York, Chicago, fucking LBC, Los Angeles. But it's important because him. This selfish ass motherfucker. I'm done. Let's go.
These 4 colleges are a bastion of pop culture and trends, to the point where literally for a long time, record labels would send new artists and acts to the AUC as like an early tryout ground to see if they were worthy of wider notoriety and a bigger push. And just
Hey, say it with me, guys. Say it with me.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
my 4 years at Clark in the early 2000s, we constantly had concerts from developmental and significant future legend hip hop artists because they wanted to test them out in the AUC. We had a pre-college dropout Kanye West. We had Lil Wayne before he became Lil Wayne, Ludacris, T.I.
Oh yeah, no, there are, and I will say it like this. I will say it like this. A lot of the people that went to historic black colleges and university came out, them motherfuckers kind of fucked up. And I'm not saying that all of them, please don't give me all of them, but a lot of them came out as black supremacists. It's like, yeah, fuck this. We the motherfucking best, and they will treat other poor black folks just as bad as they will treat other races, because these motherfucking suburban ass motherfuckers that never had to deal with living in a bad fucking situation. And that's the thing. Like, I fucking would love to send my daughter to one of them motherfuckers, but just some of the people that they produce that come out the motherfuckers that don't live in real life, they have to deal with, like, they just think that they shit don't stink. This is the problem with some of those schools. It becomes so insular, and it's like motherfucking online leftists. Yeah, it's survival bias like a motherfucker. Survival bias like a motherfucker.
I used to hang out here and try to holler at girls. It was a unique and interesting time. And so after my time at Clark was over, we still had that happening. And this is where swag surfing became a thing. But not just the song, but the actual dance, which is what Taylor Swift was trying to do here. The dance quickly escaped the AUC and spread across many an HBCU until it became an HBCU thing. The swag surf was something that was popularized in HBCUs and only started to emerge in Black pop culture in the last 4 or 5 years, even though the song's like 15 years old. But almost as soon as it escaped. But here's the thing. I knew we were cooked well before any white person joined in on the swag surf or was pulled in by their overzealous black friends. I knew we were cooked when an episode of Grownish from some years back, Grownish being the sometimes interesting but mostly mid and forgettable spinoff of Blackish, they had an episode where their suspiciously diverse, predominantly white state college in Los Angeles had an HBCU Day episode, which featured them swag surfing. And once I saw it on ABC or NBC or whatever,
quite literally the no mine. Quite literally the no mine. Oh my God. Fuck this dude. Fuck. He just does not like mixed race people, does he? God damn. Oh, no, the Harlem Shake never happened because he can't claim it because it was from Harlem.
Television, I knew it was a challenge that I've been constantly engaging in myself is this conversation around commodifying Black culture and the unintended consequences of it. As one of my mentors, Dr. Jared Ball, puts it on Black Power Media, Blackness is now everywhere and everyone wants a part of it and they want to consume it. And you would think this is giving us a rare opportunity to spread certain messages and ideas about Black issues. But because of how widely these messages are being consumed and framed, some of these messages end up being...
I almost did it. I'm sorry. I almost did it. Motherfucker, you are a video essayist on YouTube. You literally have a platform where you can explain this shit, but you want to be in such an insular motherfucking community. You want to make a video talking about swirl economics. You want to make a video talking about nope. Eminem should be thankful for cannabis. Oh God. Ugh. You want to do this shit. You are in a position to have this shit. But no, you want to air out your fake fucking grievances because you never lived a life where you had to deal with shit. Oh, he helped community people. Yeah. You help people going through the system. You sound like motherfucker. What is that teacher from Dangerous Minds? You just as much black as Michelle Pfeiffer from Dangerous Minds. That's how you sound. But you try to hide this shit in this, how blackity black you are. Fuck. Get over yourself. Get over the fact that if somebody want to steal your culture, you know what you do? You give them the shit and you explain why it's important. Not just, no, you taking my shit. God damn it. If somebody wanted, like, I, Crimson, I use an anime art style. I, Crimson, use motherfucking mythology from the Middle East and around the motherfucking world. There is a picture on my motherfucking wall of Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom and albeit moonlight and magic and shit like that. You know what I don't do? I don't just say, no, mine, heritage, But this motherfucker will be the type of person that just be like, no, you can't see my toys. Fuck.
Much more insidious and harmful, and it's much more difficult to critique and notice what's happening. Swag surfing isn't as bad as, say, a whole 48-bar verse about black capitalism from Jay-Z about being a billionaire, right? But these two things are somewhat connected. My hypothesis has always been that the Obama presidency era changed the way black art worked in America forever. We had this 8-year-long block parties commemorate our victory, and everyone celebrated it, and people celebrated with us without fully considering, what were we celebrating for? Like, don't feel bad. I got caught up to it. Is what it is.
And that's your problem. You got caught up. You didn't want to motherfucking say, you say we won. We won. Won what? Won what? Did you push? And like, don't get it twisted. This motherfucker isn't really a lefty. He isn't. He uses his aesthetic to say he's lefty, and he uses the words of leftism to try to motherfucking, put on that coat, that facade of being a lefty, but he's not. He's doing this shit for motherfucking profit. And no lie, I'm not gonna say I'm a lefty either. I'm more of a sock than anything. But I don't sit back and claim to act like I'm holier than motherfucking now, because you know what I try to do? I try to reach out to people.
And in that time, we learned how to sell blackness and found a very wide, accepting, and thirsty audience for that black art. But we didn't think about the unintended consequences of doing that. We are no longer the ideal audience for our own content. Thus, we do not control the market. There was a time where, like, you would have.
And see, here's the thing. And you just said it right there. It's about controlling the market. That's what this shit is about.
Living Single and Martin and other TV shows that were explicitly written and catered to black interests and black world views. And now we have like Insecure and Atlanta, and those are still great shows, but they don't quite hit the same, do they?
Motherfucker, you don't like either one of those motherfuckers. You don't. You have literally motherfucking had an issue with Glover. You have literally had an issue with them. God damn it.
Because see, the thing about black art now is that not only do we not control it, we also don't have like an end user license agreement. Like this isn't Roblox where we can let people make stuff out of our stuff, but we still control the product and receive all the rewards.
I'm pretty sure motherfucking Lisa Ray and motherfucking Donald Glover, whatever the fuck his name is, they have creative control. You can't claim that it's just for you. That's the problem is.
Once we come up with a thing and decide we're going to sell it as black art, we don't control what happens next. We don't control what happens afterwards. So we have to be prepared for Taylor Swift swag surfing at the Chiefs game. Now,
it's called death of the for the artist or the author, you idiot. Oh my God. For a motherfucker to say he sounds so smart, he's so fucking dumb. I don't know. How do people sit back and just watch this shit and eat the shit up?
My white folks watching, I want to make something clear. The issue isn't whether or not white people can or should participate in black culture and exchange and enjoy the art that we produce. The issue is that so many white people gladly partake of black art and culture, but regularly resist engaging in or even just acknowledging the issues that face black people in this country.
You don't even want to talk to people about your issues because you're scared that they may want to learn how to. Well, we almost finished this video. Does he realize that liking music and liking a video doesn't just automatically convert you to a motherfucking a motherfucking different way of political thinking? Does he not just realize that shit? That you actually have to advocate for what you believe, not just come out of a song? Does he not get that? How fucking stupid are you that you think that, oh, they like Beyonce, so they gonna vote for Biden? This is making my head hurt. This is making my head hurt.
For Donald Trump in 2016 and 2020. And considering that so much black art is overtly about our issues and liberation, including Beyonce's last album, it's pretty frustrating to see that shit. At the same time,
it's not avocation. It is motherfucking entertainment. You know the shit that you say you are to get away with not advocating for more shit? Oh God, this is hurting my motherfucking head. This is hurting my motherfucking head.
Time we're talking about swag surfing, not fight the power by public enemy. And I think there's something to not allowing certain things to get us riled up when in the grand scheme of things, they're pretty minuscule. We can't turn every moment of cultural gentrification into a revolutionary front. I mean, even when you hear it from the original group members, it shows that they're more interested in getting their check than any type of building of a black cultural aesthetic.
All platforms is up 700%. Our YouTube numbers don't win up. We done gained 20,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks, man. So everything is up. Shout out to them Swifties.
Yeah, that Swift surf. I'm telling you, the Swift and surf. She got a rap though.
And then look, she can bring us out at the concert too, man. You know what I'm saying? On tour, like.
There's a greater conversation about how all of this is emblematic.
Motherfucker, you are literally on YouTube making videos hoping you did a commercial talking about how you want your shit to grow. Fucking God.
Of the folly of black capitalism, but I'm writing this again coming off of possibly COVID and a mini vacation. So we'll figure that out some other time. Just know this. If you're into gatekeeping, which understand that once you make a TikTok out of a thing, you've opened the gates. You've sought to commodify the culture because we don't own those platforms. We don't even understand how those algorithms work. Not since we had.
We.
At Black Planet, and I'm not sure that was a good thing either.
Wait,
so either make something cool.
Is he literally saying black people don't understand how algorithms work? Is he really fucking saying it? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Fucking done.
And dope with the understanding that your goal is sharing it with the world and getting as much out of it as you can, or make something just for the culture, but really for the culture, expecting to keep it very internal. Swag surfing is dead because it was the former, just like bling bling and woke and yat, which I didn't even know what that was, to be honest with you. But you know, maybe I'm out of touch. But we've been doing.
I'm just done. See, fuckers like him use their blackness as a motherfucking cudgel to try to beat other people with and say how he's holier than now. I'm just like, wow, fuck me. Oh, fuck me running. I just can't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no fucking sense to me. I'm just done. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, guys, this adventure in my torture has convened. Like, share, and subscribe. Help me hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. And yeah. God, I'm done. I'm done. Cut the segment here.
Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.